Hey, welcome everybody. This is John Paul Mendocha, Speed Selling. This is Raging Verbalist number 295. For those of you keeping track of it, Raging Verbalist, we happen every week. Talk about a topic that just happens to get under my skin or something that has to be talked about. Today, we're going to give you the conclusion on what happened to the, shipping follies that I went through. Also, can check us out on YouTube every week or on Facebook. The Facebook group is Position to Win Book, Position to Win Book and all of that. Don't drift off too much into politics, but I do talk about something which I think might be important. All right, so if you don't remember or if you haven't heard about it, so a while ago I was getting ready to go on a trip, and I always travel with a Roku box, and Roku had offered me a deal, and I said, hey, I'm going to buy me a new Roku and have an extra one because I had two televisions available at the resort I was staying. So I went out and got myself a little Roku, there's what the box that came in. And I ordered it on August the 11th. So check that out. I ordered it on August the 11th. Going to give me plenty of time to get it. Should order it maybe a week earlier, but giving me plenty of time. And I said, well, there you go. I ordered it. It'll arrive in time, and then I'll have it. And of course, the guys at Roku, took my order without any problem. They ordered it directly. And what happened is that, I was pretty happy because on the 12th, it said that it was accepted at the UPS origin facility on the 12th in Gardena, California, which is not that far from where I live, not physically, but hours, I guess. And then it started a very slow, crazy journey that meant that I started on my trip, went on my trip, and actually came back from my trip and it still hadn't arrived. So I mean, it's just nutty. So it ended up going from Gardena to LA to the distribution center, and then it kind of got lost for a period of time. I actually went to the uh, postal place in Squaw Valley, Palisades, Tahoe, whatever the hell they're calling it now. That was a crazy thing because those guys didn't know a damn thing about how to go track a package or what was going on, other than saying, hey, file a claim, which of course I went to go do. By the way, they could have told me that filing a claim was impossible until it was missing for an extended period of time, like 16 days or I mean 15, 16 days. Don't take my word for it, but it was a long time. Okay, so wasted some more time. And then amazingly, on August the 29th, it pops back up and it says, well, it's delayed for postage assessment, item in transition, a transit to destination. Now, okay, if I take 11 from 29, I come up with it took 18 days for it to kind of make it through there. But guess what? It goes from LA, again, I live in the Southern California area, goes from LA to Avondale, Arizona on August the 31st. Okay, now let's see, that's 20 days to make it from Gardena to Arizona, which is nowhere near close to where I'm at. It's like 600 miles away. Okay, so then they decide, all right, well, we're going to send it to you. So on September 1, it shows up in San Bernardino and it gets delivered on September 2nd. Now, all I can tell you is that what is that, 22 days or thereabouts to ship this little, I mean, again, a little box goes into a little envelope, crazy, and shipping follies. So if you ever are going to have anything shipped, be very careful about getting shipped by the Postal Service. They have great tracking that tells you absolutely nothing, and they can't tell you a damn thing about where it's at. And it doesn't really matter because if it gets lost, they say, well, the good news is that you have insurance. Right. Luckily, it wasn't like something I needed, And yes, I could live without it, but now I will do that. So that is the end of that shipping folly. Now, all that tells you is that if you're a company and you are going to use a shipper to send things to customers, now I hate to even say it because for a long time I was like the most impatient person, but I could actually deal with it. I could actually go along and not get too crazy pissed off. But I can tell you right now that if it was sent to a regular customer, they would have canceled the order and said, give me my money back. Now, we're not going to do that to you. So, anyway, Check out my book. Most businesses fail in the first 5 minutes. It just takes them 3 to 5 years to realize it. Position to Win. It's available physically from positiontowinbook.com, positiontowinbook.com. Also, you can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. Wherever books are sold, you can go get that and check it out, and it'll be there. You can also get it digitally. You can get it at Kindle, Nook, and Apple iBooks. Also, go and check out the Remote Work for a Better World, and that is how to do things better remotely and to live with all of that. Now, let's go into why I travel with a Roku. So we're going to shift gears, right? I came up with this. So if you're going to be traveling on the road and you are now relying upon streaming services and you are going to be staying, it doesn't matter if you're in Airbnb, you're at a resort, a timeshare, a hotel, or whatever. My suggestion is that you go buy a Roku. Now I'm biased, so why Roku? Again, I get nothing from Roku other than the fact that it works. And the reason for it is that it is a device that once you get it to work, and once you figure out the vagaries of it, it seems to work every place that I've tried to, knock on wood. So, Murphy doesn't come and kick my ass. But all I can tell you is that it works, and it works and brings with me what I want. YouTube, Netflix, Apple TV, NFL channel, all those things come with me. And I don't have to go worrying about what they do or do not have. And and each of them is a little bit different. But my suggestion is that for as low as $30, I mean, I guess you can get them on sale for a little less, but you now have all of those things nailed down, and you don't have to worry about it. I know some people will say, but John, I can go get it on my laptop, tablet. Great, do that if that's what you want to do. But I like to be able to plug it into the television and have it doing its feed while I can use my laptop to do whatever I want to do, and it works out very well. I can tell you that one of the reasons why I like Roku is that the interface is absolutely dead simple, which means that it doesn't give me all kinds of fakey, funny things. I just happened to deal with the Amazon Fire TV when I stayed at a hotel on my way back from my resort. And I can tell you that that remote was a cross between an Apple TV remote, which is very slick and cool looking, but you got to actually have to figure it out because you have to kind of get into this kind of Bajas, form follows function, minimalist bullshit. Give me a damn button. Give me something that shows me that. I mean, that's what again, I believe is the easiest way to do it. But I used the Fire one, and it was, I would give it a C minus or a D. I mean, it was just not that good. By the way, I had to go, it wouldn't recognize my HDMI switch. So I ended up having to, switch back and forth, the old fashioned grunt way. But I can tell you that once you get that Roku set up, it'll do exactly what you want it to do. And so I'm a big fan of it, which is why I bought another one. Whenever I travel anywhere, I always have it. It's lightweight, and put it all in a Ziploc bag, by the way. I know there are fancier bags, but put it all in a Ziploc and you got it. And make sure that you have a couple other things that I would suggest don't come in it. First off, an HDMI extender. Next thing is that you want to have a power adapter. So because a lot of these, like the new one, can plug in and take power off of the USB on the television, usually not reliable enough. So I have a 5 watt. I mean, I know, wow, if you don't have a 5 watter laying around, that means you probably haven't been buying technology, because that's what Apple used to ship, ridiculously low power, but can use it for that. And more importantly is I have an HDMI switch, bought it on Amazon, don't have a reference number, but it has a button, click, click, click. Worked great when I was up in the resort. So with that, that would be my suggestion. And that way, when you're on the road, you can always have your media with you, because let's face it, we have become much more media savvy and centric and all of those things. And who wants to tie up your laptop when you can be doing other things with it? And you can then have the big screen, whatever that might be, and away you go. So that's it. We finally got it shipped to me. It finally showed up. No, I haven't set it up. I'll do that soon. But you always have to, and this is the bonus for you, you have to set it up before you leave, so you don't go batshit crazy trying to fight a network, trying to fight all these other things, and then deal with the Roku mess. So set it up, make sure every single channel works on a television that you have or a device that you have at your home, office, whatever you're at. And then that way it's going to work pretty much foolproof, knock on wood, when you get out on the road. So with that, this is John Paul Mendocha, Dr. Speed Sign. It's been Raging Verbalist 295. Hopefully this helps you have a better experience, but more importantly, I would be very, very cautious about using the postal service to ship things, primarily because of these last, I've had more than one thing that didn't make it there. And all I can say is, don't know why. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time, but it doesn't appear like they've gotten much better. But Roku, thumbs up. All right, take care, everybody. Until next time, it's been the Raging Verbalist, and I'm John Paul Mendocha. Until next time, we'll see you on the next Raging Verbalist. Bye.